Guys, let me tell you something. After watching that game against Washington, I thought I'd seen it all. But then I went back and really studied the film. And honestly, what I found is even more concerning than I initially thought. The numbers we put up should have buried them, but instead, we barely escaped with a win. Stick around, because we need to have a real conversation about what's actually broken here. What's up, Cowboys? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Cowboys. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the America's team. So, like I mentioned yesterday, this 30-23 victory over Washington, it's actually a massive red flag for our future. And today, after getting another chance to really dive deep into the game film, I finally understood what the real problem is with this team. Look, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Commanders 30-23, right? Sounds decent on paper, but here's what's absolutely mind-blowing. The Cowboys had 17 first downs in the first half alone. Meanwhile, the Commanders ran only 18 total plays. 18 plays! Let that sink in for a second. We dominated them that badly, and somehow, some way, this game still ended as a one-score game. That's not just concerning, that's terrifying. Dak Prescott went 19 of 37 for 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. But here's the catch. He got sacked 6 times. 6 times. Malik Davis carried the ball 20 times for 103 yards. Javonte Williams had 13 carries for 54 yards. Hunter Luepke caught 7 for 30, and Dak himself had 4 carries for 24 yards. Kevontae Turpin had that crazy one-catch 86-yard touchdown off the goalpost. Pick was solid, didn't get many chances, but went 4 for 78. CeeDee Lamb was 5 for 46. On the other side, Josh Johnson was 15-23 for 198 with no touchdowns. Ja'Cory Krosky had 11 carries for 105 yards. They had 16 total carries for 138 yards between their running backs. And this is exactly why people keep asking, how in the world did the Cowboys miss the playoffs? We've got a 4,000-yard passer, 2 1,000-yard receivers, a 1,000-yard rusher, and we can't even hope to be 500. You want to know why? The defense. When you've got a defense that does stuff like what I saw on that film, when they won't tackle, when they literally just won't tackle, that's your problem right there. They need linebackers. They need middle linebackers desperately. They got that guy from Cincinnati, and look, there's a reason Cincinnati let him go. Think about it for a second. You really think Cincinnati is going to let good players just walk out the door? No way. He had younger players in front of him that were just better, plain and simple. Those guys got motors on them. They're sideline to sideline. They're faster. They look better in coverage. There are so many factors that go into play when teams let certain people go. Sometimes it's about fit. Sometimes you don't fit the system anymore. He's probably still a good player in the right situation, but it just wasn't a good fit there. Now listen, I'm not a GM, I'm not a scout, but I understand football. I've been watching it long enough to know what works and what doesn't. The Cowboys need a difference maker on that line. You get one guy, just one legitimate game changer on that defensive line, that's all you need. Get yourself a real edge rusher and then get yourself something on that back end, on that third level. I'm talking about quality, high quality players. You do that and we can actually compete. But right now, we're not even close. Let's talk about Deron Bland for a second. Since he got paid, has he really been the same? Some people want to say he's been hurt, but I'm talking about leading up to this year. And Trevon Diggs, he's been injured, he hasn't been the same since. He had that great year, and you heard Jerry talk about it. Jerry says sometimes he likes to get outside of the scheme. Okay, cool, you can get outside of the scheme, but if you're going to do that, you've got to make plays. See, he's a feast or famine corner. He's going to get you some big plays, but he's also going to give up some big plays. Here's what I like about DBs in the NFL, though, and this goes for all of them. You have to understand, if you make one mistake, if you're out of position even slightly, it's a touchdown every time. That's just how the NFL works.
But what I appreciate about defensive backs is that 95% of them play this game not to get beat. There's 5% that play to make a play. There's a real difference between those two approaches. It's only two categories. You're either playing not to get beat, or you're in that 5% playing to actually make a play. Trayvon Diggs is in that 5%. Now, sometimes they're going to get him, but other times he's going to turn that ball over and it's going the other way, most of the time for 6 points. The problem is you've got to know when to do it. You get into a bad situation and you go for it, and let's just say you're tied in the top 6. That's what's going to happen. You're going to lose the game. Now we need to talk about something that's been bothering me. Quinnen Williams. Phenomenal player, don't get me wrong, but Quinnen Williams didn't deserve to go to the Pro Bowl this year. He didn't. He went, but him going to the Pro Bowl is a carryover from what he was doing with the Jets. Let's be real here. The players vote on this, so they see something in Quinnen Williams based on what he was doing with the Jets. As bad as they were, he came over in the trade to the Cowboys, and they still voted him in. But did he earn it this year? Let me break this down for you. He's a run stopper now. He's not Aaron Donald. In 2020, he had 7 sacks. In 2021, he had 6 sacks. In 2022, he had 12 sacks. In 2023, he had 5.5 sacks. Last year, he had 6 sacks. This year, he's got 2.5 sacks. 2.5. Hey, he had a down year. Maybe the Jets situation took an emotional toll on him. He's nice, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't playing in a Pro Bowl level this year. This is the part I hate about the Pro Bowl. It can't be a lifetime achievement thing. It's got to be year to year. Did you play well enough this year to earn the right to go to the Pro Bowl? Let's be real. Do you honestly believe Quinnen Williams had a better season than Jordan Davis? Go back and watch the tape. Watch the tape and tell me if Quinnen Williams had a better season than Jordan Davis. I'm telling you right now, it's not even close. Jaylen Carter missed the last 3 games. Jordan Davis has more sacks and more tackles than both of them. As a matter of fact, he's got more sacks than both those guys combined. I'm not saying they're not phenomenal players, they just didn't deserve to go this year. This is what I'm talking about. The Pro Bowl has to be about what you did this year, not what you've done in your career. Did you play well enough this season to earn that right? Go back and watch the tape. Forget the stats for a minute. Go back and watch and you'll see who's making plays for the Eagles at the defensive tackle position. Is it Jaylen Carter or is it Jordan Davis? Go back and watch Quinnen Williams' tape and go back and watch Jordan Davis's tape. It's not close. It's really not. Looking at this Cowboys team moving forward, Dak is going to end up with a phenomenal season. They're going to debate whether they even play him in the next game. That man got sacked 6 times, got hit hard a couple of times too. They're going to look at this situation carefully because the last thing you want to do is risk your franchise quarterback when you're not going anywhere. I know Dak wants to play, but do we really want him playing behind this offensive line when it doesn't matter? The bottom line is this: until we fix that defense, until we get real difference makers on that line and in that secondary, we're going to keep having these same conversations. We're going to keep dominating teams statistically and barely scraping by with wins or losing games we should win easily. That's not championship football, and that's definitely not what America's team should look like.